AITA for keeping my uncle's money because I was promised I would not have to babysit. This summer my family and my uncles got together in my grandmother's timeshare in Orlando to go to Disney World and Universal Studios. I wanted to go to Cape Canaveral while we were there too. As soon as I found out my uncle was coming, I told my parents I would not be babysitting for him on my vacation. They promised me I would not have to do that. First 2 days went great. I got to have fun at Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. Day 3 was Epcot and my aunt and uncle started having a few drinks. My parents asked me to watch my cousins. I said no thanks. I was promised I would not have to babysit. My uncle pulled out a wad of cash and gave me $300. I was more than happy to babysit for the day. It happened 2 more days. I watched my cousins 3 days and made $950. I used the money to have fun with the kids. I spent a little of it to get them snacks and drinks. Our meals were paid for by our parents. I took 1 day for myself and went to Kennedy Space Center. I had saved up my own money for the visit, but now I had cash. I paid for the VIP experience. It was amazing and I highly recommend it. I also bought souvenirs I would not have had money for otherwise. I got a lightsaber and a droid. And a wand at Universal. It turned out to be a pretty good vacation after all. On the way home my father said I had played my joke long enough and to give my uncle his money back. I said, "She gone," and pointed at my souvenirs. I honestly wondered where he thought I got the money to buy everything I wanted. He went and told my uncle that I spent it all. I actually still had $200, but I wasn't going to mention it. My mom told my dad that I had earned that money and that they had broken their promise to me that I would not have to babysit. My uncle is upset with me for keeping the money and my father thinks I was greedy for taking advantage of the situation. I think he means I tricked his drunk brother. If your dad broke his promise, he's an AH. If your uncle gave you $300 then expected it back, he's an AH and an idiot. If he didn't want to spend so much money on paying you, he should have given you less to begin with. That's not your fault. NTA. NTA magnificent. You got paid, and refused to let them cheat you. Well done. In TA you were promised not to babysit and you ended up doing it. Much like when you pay $6 for a typically $1.5 bottle of water from the hotel minibar. He paid a convenience fee. NTA your uncle brought it on himself. Good for your mom for sticking up for you. WTF. The joke, your dad says, has gone on long enough and you have to give your uncle back his freely given money. The money he, on different days, after having had a chance to think about it and maybe not do it again, gave you cash to watch your cousins. Nobody cares if your uncle had been drinking. He offered. You accepted. You watched the kids. It was over. Till your dad, and maybe your uncle. I guess your uncle had a change of heart and prompted your dad to ask for the return of the money. Ha 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 ha. Oh, hell no. Now ordinarily it might have been a better idea to save a windfall for school or a rainy day or something instead of buying souvenirs. But your response of, "She gone," was succinct and perfect, and what are any of your elders gonna do about it? She gone. Lol and NTA. NTA I mean WTF. The entitlement by your dad and uncle is off the charts here. You had a deal with your parents. No babysitting while you were on your vacation. Your uncle agreed to pay you $300 per day to watch his kids and you accepted. That would be a contract in all 50 states. However, are you a minor? But whatevs. You owe nobody nothing except maybe a curt thank you for the well-paying gig. Sounds like you had a great time. NTA. Paying you for a service is not a joke. I guess they learned that. They shouldn't have given it to you if they didn't want you to have it. But in the future I'd just say no to babysitting no matter the money. It sounds like they will make it difficult. NTA, enjoy your souvenirs. Op and Mom are NTA. Dad and Uncle are totally Oz here. It's fine if you want to get drunk on your vacation, but expecting someone to watch your kids for free while you do so is pure entitlement. NTA, what did he expect? He broke a promise of not having to babysit your cousins. And then your uncle waved the cash in front of you to do it. Enjoy the trip and the souvenir. It's not about taking advantage of a drunk person. They promised. They broke it. That is the least they can do, is to compensate you for it. Also, the audacity of the uncle saying it's a joke. Really though, they were going to trick you from the start. But they got their due for it. NTA. Sure, $300 for a day is a lot. Supply and demand. Uncle and Dad are the assholes here. NTA, they were being dishonest with you the whole time and were going to take the money back? That was terrible of them to try to use you like that. NTA, you earned that cash. NTA, they broke a promise. Your parents should have had your back. Glad you enjoyed your vacation. NTA, you did nothing wrong. Sounds like the paternal side of your family are pretty cheap and class-free. Though. NTA, your uncle learned not to negotiate drunk. You earned the money. NTA, bro. He paid you for watching his kids. If it was a week-long joke, you'd think it would have been mentioned prior at some point. NTA, because you know what? He's not gonna give you that time back. He wanted to trick you into babysitting. NTA, he paid you for babysitting. I'm aghast that they honestly expected you to give that money back. Joke, my ass, you earned that money. NTA, he offered. You accepted. And he was apparently so pleased with you that he hired you the next days. BTW. Here's the rates for hiring in-room childcare from Disney. Your rates were reasonable. Especially because you actually took the kids to NTHE Park. https www.themouseforless.com/WaltDisneyWorld/ResortHotels/childcare/ Rates are as follows. All rates per hour. 1 child $30, 2 children $33, 3 children $36, 4 children $39.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.